Hello and welcome to our monthly market update. My name is Masoud Vatindus, broker with the Vatindus Search team, and I'm here with Doug Sears, my partner. Doug,
Hello,
do you
everyone.
want to take over and talk about the numbers this month?
Yeah, let me just share our charts here. So the first chart here is the number of homes sold in Durham region. And you can see in the chart in blue was in 2020. And the dip right here with COVID-19 and how it responded quite strongly throughout the rest of 2020. And in red is this year. And in the month of March, there were 2,077 homes sold, just an absolute record number of homes, a significant 89% increase from the 1,101 homes that sold in 2020. And on a month over month basis, the number of homes sold increased from 1,384 in February. I do want to just point out, though, that it is important to remember that in March of last year, the 1101, we were just starting to feel the first impacts of the COVID-19 shutdown in the latter two parts of the week. So it did have a bit of an impact in those numbers. And but again, a really strong month in March.
Great. The prices have also risen, as you can see from the graph. Again, the blue representing 2020. And in March, the average price of homes in Durham was 656,211. And this March, it went to 901, $322. Now, that's quite significant, but you can see from the graph that the rate of increase is slowing down. So whereas from January to February it was more steep, it's actually leveling off, and that's partly to do with the affordability reaching maximum, and people are not being able to afford, even though the interest rates are low, but not being able to afford the prices as they go up.
Okay, and then our third chart here is the ratio of sold homes to new listings. Basically just an indicator of the turnover of homes that are coming onto the market. And in the month of March, we had 2,837 new listings that came on the market. And as we had said earlier, with a very large number of homes sold, we were still at a ratio of 73%, which is still firmly in the seller's market territory. And but again, so it's been fairly consistent over the last few months, but with a little bit of an uptick this month.
Yeah. So yeah, generally. Doug, I just jump in if you think of anything as well, but generally the market is still hot. It's still the seller's market. We are seeing multiple offers, although the number of offers that we get has dropped slightly, whereas before for a certain price range, let's say we were getting 20 offers a couple of months ago, now we are getting 2 or 3 offers, but the prices are still solid and keep going up. However, as I said, the affordability is becoming an issue for people. And also there's been some talks in the government. We are hearing here and there about the possibility of federal government do something about or play with the stress tests that they introduced in 2017. And also we've heard some rumors about government introducing capital gains tax on the primary residence. I don't really know what that would do to slow the market. I think that if they do that, it's more for raising revenue and raising taxes, extra taxes to pay for all the borrowing that the government has had to do. But those are not happening immediately, nothing to worry about. I don't know if there is anything else, Doug, that you've come across we can discuss.
Yeah, so really just echoing some of your comments about how the number of offers are slowing down in the sense of how many that we're seeing. I mean, it's still a very strong market, a lot of activity, as we saw the number of homes sold in March. But it it's just there's a certain amount of buyer fatigue that's going on as well. And so just that
Yeah.
intensity of activity on individual homes combined with the, it's springtime, so we're seeing a lot more homes coming on the market, new listings. So it's just, it's a little bit more choice for the buyers, again, which kind of slows down the level of intensity. And again, as you said, we get fewer offers, but pricing is still strong. And it so in some respects that improves the opportunities for the buyers. You know, the less opportunity for some really high crazy offers coming in. So a little bit more reasoned. Sellers are still getting a strong pricing, but a little bit more opportunity for buyers to be able to buy. So I think that's a good thing. And probably the last thing would be just how we market homes. There's been this whole, for the last number of months, a strategy of listing a home at a lower price than what they're expecting, and then drawing that competition with multiple offers and then selling over listing. You hear numbers of 150,000 over, or even 200,000. And in many respects, it's by design. And what we're seeing is just the beginnings that may not work every time. So we are seeing some homes now listing at more of a market value price and accepting offers anytime. So it's starting to shift, not too much yet, but it'll be interesting to watch over the next month or two, or even next week or two. It is really dynamic out there in the market. So I think that pretty much covers what's going on in the market, Masood.
Yeah, that's right. And again, one thing to keep in mind as well, it's really different from each segment of the market. So like the $500,000 home to $1 million home is totally different dynamics out there, and the strategies that we implement are very, very different. So if you have any questions specifically about your property, just feel free to give anybody on the team a call, and we'll be happy to advise you and discuss your particular property and the price range and what the strategy should be.
All right. Well,
okay.
Thanks. Have a great evening, everyone.
Bye-bye.